Greetings, fellow androids. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Android Sanctuary, Episode 3, Robo-Farming. Ooh, compacted machinery. Sweet. Mugger Prime, thanks for the first sub. Hope you get a character out of it. So I'm doubling my battery capacity, and Wanderer joins Reese, a clinic worker. Probably not a robot, but maybe. A tier 1 robot. So, just a little reminder in the rules here. Sorry to hijack the Yoda cam. We're not allowed to build or capture tier 1 androids, but we are, however, allowed to accept them, which means we keep them. It's not technically against the rules. So, take a look at him. He is really good with animals and good with medical. And I am going to kick off the raffle right now. So don't worry, moderators, I can do this myself. So there's going to be raffles up on Discord. So you have to be a sub or patron to access it and have your accounts synced. So there is the sync command if you don't know how to do that. And yes, you redeemed the Yoda camp, so I apologize. But there we go. We're adding Reese. Reese also has pretty good social. So Reese has a lot of pretty reasonable skills. Just not ones that we immediately need. There's also something to be noted. Yes, androids can be upgraded. So we can get Reese up to... if we made like a blank tier 3 body, we could have Reese transfer his consciousness to a tier 3 body. So just because he's tier 1 now doesn't mean he has to stay tier 1 forever. And that's actually one of the goals here. If you read in the rules, one of the goals, upgrade all androids in the colony the best we can, meaning that the tier 1s and tier 2s, we want to get up to tier 3. One of the advantages of being tier 3 is you become sort of a person, meaning that you can have an ideology, a personality. I could give personalities to the tier 2s, but they don't really benefit from it until they become a tier 3. Tier 3 is sort of more sentient. Tier 1 and tier 2 are more like drones. Hi, Reese. So, I was going to say, one of the issues here is medical is not particularly useful because robots repair themselves with crafting. So he is good at medical, which does kind of nothing for us, which is fine. But he's also good with animals, so that's a possibility to have him be our rancher. But whoever inherits Reese can decide how Reese wants to upgrade. How do you sync? The 2 links that are above my head, or, up in chat. You can give passions to tier 2 robots, given the right research. So if I researched advanced programming allows me to reprogram a robot's brain to give them random passions. But that uses crafting skill, and Gray is not a particularly amazing crafter yet, so there's a high risk of highly damaging the robot until we have a really powerful crafter to be able to craft up personality matrices. So you are probably going to be our animal handler, likely our cook, and haul, clean, and construct. So I'm going to mine out this compacted machinery and then replace it with natural stone because it's really close to the edge. Hello, Reese. So this down here will probably be our crafting room. Gunsmithing is done. And the next research here, I'll put blowback operation into the mix. So there we go. Here's a poll. And in this poll, you can decide our next research. I'm going to start with tier 2 because that was the runner-up last time. But if you could vote for whatever you want. Whatever you want. So mining yield. One of the things I want to see is the mining yield of gray is 95%. The mining yield of Panda is 100%. So yes, Panda, you should be the one mining the compacted machinery, not gray. Got it. Well, good luck in the giveaway. Hey, Zero, thanks for the bits. Just testing? You making sure that that clock goes up? It went up, right? I wasn't actually myself watching. So 180 pemmican is probably enough pemmican to do at least one long-range mineral scan, but probably not that much more. So then the next thing I want to do is to start to smooth the walls first for security. Floors can be made to be pretty, but walls for security are going to be pretty important. The other issue, because I'm a potato, is I built this too close to the edge here, so I can't even smooth these out without it being a violation of a rule. So good job, me, Mr. Potato Head. And tier 2 androids is our next research. Sweet. And our current project is to expand the base. What is Reese working on? He is hauling. Okay. Soon to not be Reese. Giveaway is kicking off in just a few seconds here. And everyone's allowed to construct to some degree or another, which means that once they have basically nothing else to do, they'll construct for us. Congratulations, JFed. So let me know what you want. You'll have to fill out the character card on Discord. For now, I'll just call you Jay. And see, all right, you already have access to it. Perfect. So down here, I did say that I wanted to do a bit of a crafting room. So I will get a machining table. Oh, before I even do that, let's put the walls back where they belong for security. So machining table. I'm probably also going to want an electric smelter. We're also going to want a robot production casket. So this is how you build robots. And an android implant bench. Oh, yeah, that can't block the spot. And we'll go ahead and throw a marble column here, mostly just for looks, because it's techist style, which would make Gray happy as he is our only techist for now. And then I'll also embed dead power in the middle of it, so we can turn things off. You wonder how sappers are going to work with no bedrooms around? So the android pod that I have here is indeed a bed, technically. So sappers with no bedrooms will just decide to like attack you generically. But one of the things I could do with this android pod is install it in a bait area to bait sappers from not attacking my main base. That would not be a terrible idea. We're getting all these benches up. So that's the smelter. The machining table. So currently, I can't really machine very much that's interesting. I might want to make myself, like, pump shotguns or something like that, just for protection. Or frag grenades if I had the chem fuel. Something better than just punching. And then another thing I'm probably going to want to do is to get Panda to start getting additional components, because I'm flat out of components right now. So let's do some component mining. And I'm mostly going to be focusing on components that are in mountains that are not mountains that I'm likely to ever use as structures for inhabitants. So this mountain, obviously, I'm turning into a base. This mountain I can kind of see turning into a base, but like this little spit of a mountain is probably too skinny for me to ever really live in it. So I can dig into that without much worry. How many recharge stations do I need per 4 androids? 1. This station can support up to 8, which is why I like it. The real issue is how many solar generators do I need? Or chem fuel if I change over to chem fuel. Oh, yeah. There. And then you can also have, if I had an abundance of power, you could have multiple recharge stations next to one another to charge faster, to kick the charge rate up even higher. All right, Panda's almost done with this base expansion, which means I'm going to be kicking it to you for next project. Before I do that, let me do the next research. So currently we're working on tier 2 androids, but Gray needs to get over to that. So here will be the research after androids. And I added advanced programming, the 8th option there, which allows us to randomize android personalities, giving any android that we have a random personality, or I believe that also allows for overclocking, which is sort of like a neurotic trait. It gives you faster work speed, but at a greater chance of a mental break. Oh, I was like, where is he mining? I don't even see it. So I may at some point... Oh, I shouldn't have mined that out. But I may at some point want to move the research bench away from this wall. But I'm not going to do that right now. It's fine for now. All right, then Panda, your mining is going to take you outdoors. So I think... with this node being where it is, I think it's fine for us to mine it from the outside rather than from the inside. Because usually the compacted machinery is a shallow vein of material. And your mining yield is now 101. Nice. Oh, Jay, you're getting hot, friend. You might want to come inside. Oh man, you're so simple. Oh, also, don't use my batteries. Or don't you eat my food. Yeah, he's already eaten 9. I had 180. I just didn't notice. By default, they come in using batteries. You can always change the defaults in the settings of the Android mod, and there's tons of settings to change here. I kept mine mostly vanilla, but one of the settings is how they should charge by default. So, Jay, you're going to be J-fed. Are you, the X of jitney spears. Is that it? And your color preference is yellow. So let's get you yellowed. Yep, you filled up the form. And your preferred occupation is animal handler. And you want me to upgrade your armor first. Got it. Will do. So here is the robot production casket where I can make tier 1 androids. Again, it's against the rules. But if I was to do this, it only costs a little bit of plasteel, steel, and components. Or the android kit, which is takes more crafting skill, but basically an android kit is an android in a box where you can move it and deploy it. It makes it easier to ship around androids. Oh, Techie, you don't have to do that. So, Techie, I think what I'm going to do is put you on construction overhaul so that you don't haul components from far away. And tier 2 androids is done. And next up will be biofuel refining. Given that the next research is biofuel refining, should I start a farm now? Should I start a farm or a ranch? Well, the problem is... If I start a farm, that's pretty straightforward. If I start a ranch, we have to decide what animals I'm ranching. And many of those animals will rely on a farm anyway. So here's the implants bench, where I can just make brains. Artificial brains, which we shouldn't need in most cases. Oh, Techie. Yeah, you suck at cabling. Dear Lord. And don't stand there. Don't stand in the door that keeps the heat on the correct side. Oh, man. So Panda, if I'm starting a farm, one of the other things that I'm going to need to start said farm is a whole lot of components. Which is totally fine. But we'll start to get biofuel. So I'll put a timer on that. Now the power looks pretty good so far. I have an abundance of power and a lot of solar generators. I don't think that there's a way to fit another solar generator without having it be partially covered by the overhead mountain. And that runs the risk of infestation and destruction. So that's why I've been trying to avoid it. And Panda's going to first get a little bit of a few more components to start this farm. And then we'll get that kicked off. That should be fun. I'm going to need to mine a considerable swath. So, where should this go? Assuming that this is all overhead mountain at this point. That's not going to work. 2 more this way. I don't want my farm to be a thoroughfare. So maybe one this way. Sort of. Oops, plan. So this could be a good layout for a farm. It's not, I could build... Yeah, I could build a wall here and bump it one more over. And go about as close to this as I want to get. Maybe I'll do that. Sort of like I had it originally. And then we'll drill in a hole here. The other issue is we're going to want it to be able to be air conditioned, perhaps. No, it should be pretty temperate. If we're having a farm, it means that we're not going to have 100% protection from infestations. That's just how it's going to be. So, because obviously wherever the farm is can be an infestable area. So we'll just wing it. Expand the base and build a farm. Got it. Hey, buddy. Now, with the biofuel refining going, I'm going to just include the next research that makes sense. So we have basic artificial creatures, which would allow robot chickens. That also leads to end solutions and photo mining. Then we also have, if we're making a farm, we could go for, because we'll have biofuel refining, so we could go for transport pods. That would help us get to mining long-range mineral scan points more easily, or we could go long-range mineral scanning, as we'll have rice to be able to get us there, or multi-analyzer. I'll just include this subset of choices. Hey, Ron. Thank you for the resub. Yeah, it is Triple Twitch Day. Or Triple Twitch, baby. It's been long due. So, yeah, you are up 27 months. Holy cow. How's it been going? Good, I hope. So Panda's out here just mining the rest of the, some of the components that I need. Gray is forging ahead on the research. And provided there wasn't any special resources in here, I can also tell all but JFed to mine as well. So Techie will start mining. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it look not weird where we live. And eventually what I'll probably end up doing is to clean up all the spots where I've mined out components or steel to make it look more natural, so that it's not obvious that we live here. Ding dong, no one's home. Alright, so biofuel is done. And I'll start on multi-analyzer because that's a heftier project, but whatever wins in the polls once the timer's off. So again, the benefit of basic artificial creatures, the muff unit is a robotic muffalo that allows you to carry a lot of weight. It is not milkable or shearable for wool. And then the robot chicken produces nutriamine and chem fuel and reagents for performance-enhancing drugs. More or less. JFed, you just really want to stand in the doorways, don't you? That seems to be your modus operandi. I'm on to you, dude. There is steel wool. There is steel wool. You just don't get it from the muffalo, the Robo Muffalo. That comes from... Okay, so I'll just read this. Advanced artificial creatures. Developed further on the previous research, this project will look into utility-based creatures. Imitations of common fireland units from Earth, such as photomining unit. It's not going to tell me what it is? Yeah, there's definitely some missing tooltips here. Luckily, I do have information about Android Tier's wiki as one of the commands. Is Tusky around? No, but I can try to call her this time. We'll see if she shows. So, the animals here, the photomining unit, is the one that allows you to get steel wool, which provides more of a benefit to androids because it's very itchy and uncomfortable for organics to wear. Oh, God, we have a heat wave coming in. Hey, Panda, finish up quick, because it's about to get hot. How hot? I don't know, but we are heading into summer and it's a heat wave. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Okay, and it looks like basic creatures is 1. That's a quicker, more easy research. Might want to finish off smoothing that door. Yeah, I'll have Gray do it so that they don't stand in the doorway. Because Gray does it as a tier 4 who specializes in construction a little bit faster than the other ones. Just a wee bit. I think, Panda, I'm going to countermand some of the mining queues that I have up because it is not safe. So I also wanted to flag some other rare special resources so that Jade warrants flagging as well. And there's silver down here. And that's maybe it. I'm sure there's uranium somewhere. It just blends in a lot better. Oh yeah, here's some uranium right next to the ancient danger. Man, that does blend in almost perfectly. Well, all right, that's probably enough because I'm not going to be going out there anytime soon. So everybody is now in base. Yeah, we should start to get the farm going. And I'm just going to pull the trigger and put it here. For better or for worse. You can't make T5s. It's impossible to make a T5. They're by special event only. I'm not going to spoil it. But tier 5 androids, I don't even think are going to be welcome in the colony because they sort of violate a lot of the tenets of our colony anyway. For those of you that do not know, tier 5 androids in the Android tiers mod are intolerant of all life, including android life. So they're sort of xenophobic against everything. They see everyone as an inferior life form, and they try to murder robots. They suck. I mean, they're amazingly strong, but they suck as a colonist. And you can't build them. So, kind of not our problem, is it? They're the Karen of robots? Yeah, but they're very capable, so they're not exactly a Karen. I am going to move this standing lamp down and then install some wall lights up here. Can I mount a drill arm on an android? Yeah, I could. No one's asked for one yet. All of the characters here are independent. I mean, this is the whole purpose of the series. So they're raffled off to owners, and those owners can make decisions about their characters. So now that we have basic artificial creatures, I'm not going to build a muff unit or chemical processing unit, the Robo Chicken, just yet, because I can't feed the Robo Chicken and I have no use for a Robo Muffalo, as it's really only a hauler, a caravan hauler. But I will queue up the next research. So we have the advanced artificial creatures. I'm just going to call it advanced creatures. We have transport pods, long-range mineral scanning, multi-analyzer. I'm going to include blowback operation so that we can start making guns. I probably wouldn't make a machine pistol or auto pistol. I would save up until gas op because heavy SMGs and chain shotguns are way, 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 way better. And also at least do gun turrets as well. Alternatively, we could research long blades because Panda wants a blade, so we could smith one of those, and I don't have an electric smithy yet. or advanced programming, if I want to try my hand at actually programming robots. And last but not least, basic enhancements, which is like robo-drugs. So the polymer antifreeze gives you a wider temperature range, and the structured gel gives you, it's like wake up. It gives you a mental boost. Timer is up. Bing. And then, yeah, feel free to vote. And Panda here is working on the farm. JFed and Techie are smoothing the walls so that I can embed power cables in them. And one of the advantages of embedding power cables is it sort of limits your risk of the electrical feedback events, because if the explosion is in a wall, it doesn't catch as much on fire unless it's, you know, out in the open. Out in the open, it can catch fire, and then the power cable itself can act as a wick. And that's not good. But here is the chem processing unit. 10 plasteel, 40 steel, and 4 components. And then the Robo-Muffalo. 40 plasteel, 80 steel, and 15 components. And they're both pretty handy creatures to have. How's it going, Panda? Hey, an anonymous cheer. Thank you. Thank you, whomever you are. Oh my god, plasteel, where do I find you? Well, if we got a long-range mineral scanner with a source of food, we'd be able to do that pretty easily. And actually, if I dig this spot out, I can put a long-range mineral scanner here. A long-range mineral scanner requires 3 open ceiling tiles, so taking a look at my base, this is the only spot where such a thing could exist. So I feel like if I run the risk of having a close edge shave here, we can put a long range. Alternatively, we could put a long range here, but it would be too close to this edge too. I'm going to put it over here. And smooth these. Ugh. Tacky. Don't actually construct, just smooth. Hi, Yoda. Could I build it in the chimney room? There's no space. So if you take a look here, I'd have to blow up one of the, I'd have to blow up one of the solar panels. Well, that might not be true. If I put solar here, solar here, solar here, I could put it here, but the interaction spot would be this here, which would be hard to get to. I'll have you vote. How's that sound? Long range scan area. So north or solar field. So I'll explain that one more time. The north would be this spot here. And the solar field would be this spot, but would require me to blow up 3 of my solar panels. But it would be maybe a little bit more secure. I don't know. If I do ever want to try ground pen scanning, it's useful to have these 2 options. Yeah, it's a 3x3. It's not a 2x2. It's a honker. It was a good idea, actually. So even though you said never mind, I still liked the idea, but people want it up north. Now the problem with putting it up north is that whatever we put here is going to be outdoors and hot, but we could stick batteries in there or something like that. So blowback is done. You're in the middle of this poll. It's pretty obvious what you guys want. So, oh my god, my next research priority keeps resetting. This is driving me crazy. So next research, we could include gun turrets or gas operation. Gun turrets obviously allows us to build mini turrets. Gas out for heavy SMGs and chain shotguns, which could be good defensive. We could do long range scanning. And multi-analyzer. Or over in the Android tier, let's incorporate advanced creatures and advanced programming. All right, there you go. Gun turrets are not soulless machines. Gun turrets are no different to an android than a workbench is. It's a tool that serves a purpose. It isn't like a machine suffering for some reason. It's just a thing. All right, Gray, I'm going to have you force smooth some stuff for me, even though you're low energy. Farm's really coming together. This heat wave is now 70 Celsius out, so it's now too hot for even Gray himself. Or it's the upper limit of his comfort. Which is, oh, good. The hell is that? It's so hot we have a dry thunderstorm. Oh, joy. What a planet we live on. Very atmospheric. You know what? Let me play DJ for all this atmospheric. All right, gas up, friend. Enter the Thunderdome. Strubbing Yoda. Hey, Yoda. Oh, yeah. He looks good. All right, so did I get the dimensions right? I did. Now we're smoothing out these farm walls, which is cool. And then I will create a hallway around the farm with Panda. Oh, the heat wave is definitely abated. So we're back to normal temps now. Habitable temps. All right, let's get some basins. Actually, I want to cut the remaining stone so it's not in my way. Some more columns. And Gray builds the columns. So here's the thing. Because Gray is the only one with their ideology, if anyone else builds the columns other than Gray, they're not techist columns. They would just be generic columns. So it's best if Gray builds them because he'll have the Android-style surroundings as a benefit. Whereas if anyone else builds them, they're not Android-styled. So there's our beautiful farm. And yeah, we'll get that going. Poor little JFed is like, what is your purpose? You smooth walls. Oh my god. You'll have animals to handle soon. Trademark TM. Soon. That's a little close to the edge, actually. Let me, I'll fill that in. Eventually. And let me hide that stupid pole, because we've already decided. So gas operation is going to allow me to make SMGs, which is going to be good, because we don't have weapons yet. And I will put a light here. There we go. Illuminating the area. JFed probably ought not to be the one to make these hydro basins, because he'll fail. He's a little simple. And then the other thing I'm going to need to do is to run power near the farm, because right now the farm can't even power up. So Gray, I'm going to have you smooth these walls so I can run cables in them, because otherwise we're just going to have, you know, we're not going to actually have a farm. And then we'll go back to gas up. Oops. There we go. Still plugged in. We're good. Yeah, let's just keep smoothing out the entire perimeter here so we can actually run the power continuously throughout the radius. Oh, yeah, here's the other horseshoe pin. So I only want the external horseshoe pin so we get our outdoor desires fulfilled when we throw the pin around. I'm having some thoughts about strategy. So, yeah. That's... I'm going to build doors here. So the idea here is I'm not going to have anything of value or worth up here. Just some raw goods, steel and stone. And then store everything nice elsewhere. And then have this be a turreted, secured area. So this here is going to be the eventual long-range scan. I could probably nest some batteries in there. Do I want that, though? What would I want there? I don't actually know what I want there. Maybe it could be a prison? Although, the air conditioner's here. Or a possible air conditioner. So we're going to lose the ability... Well, no, that's not true. Because all this will be unroofed. Which means all of this could have air conditioners. Okay, yeah, we're fine. I don't even need the walls quite like this. I could have it like that. Because we can enter this door to access the long-range scan instead. Digging this out. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. Got it. Hey, Tusk. Hi. The people wanted me to pet you. Come here. Come here. Hi, girl. How you doing? No, come closer. Fine, I'll use a carrot. You know, Daddy has a limited amount of carrots for this stream. Oh man, I threw the carrot too close to her. She didn't even move. I'm bad at luring puppies. But hi, puppy. She's a good pup. All right. So our power... Yes, the grow light is now powerable? No, not yet. Let me get the cables a little closer. Thank you for tuning in to Android Sanctuary, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 12th. Android Sanctuary is the February Miniseries Marathon winner, streamed live one time only, February 12th. If you would like to know more about the process of the miniseries or all of the series that I put out, the How Series Are Chosen link on my website, Rhadamant.com, will fill you in on the details. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this series is over. It only streams live once, so suggestions cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video also have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, and stay safe out there, androids.